Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today I'm going to be trying a new kind of, not a new to me, technique called MOMIGAMI. I've seen a couple people do it. It's been around for ages. The easiest method I've seen is where they take hand lotion to soften papers, make them all crinkly. Now I've done a few. I want to say I've picked a rainbow selection. I'm going to be doing a bee journal in the near future. This is one of the pages, so I picked papers that went with it. Now I can't imagine I would use all of them in the journal, but I wanted to have some options. Now I did a couple pages and I ruined them, and I did a couple that are good, so hopefully I've got the technique down. I'm going to move this to the side for now and these to the side. I'm going to show you the few that I've done already, and then I'll show you how I did them. Grab them. Alright, so this was a just a yellow cardstock. It probably was a 12 by 12 to start. It's much bigger now, and you can see it's kind of gotten softened. I did rip it a little bit on here, but that's okay. I'm hoping to cut it down to make a book page. And then this was one of my rainbow tie-dyed papers. This came out pretty good. It has a little bit of a tear on it, but not so bad. And this is just a regular old index page from a book, so definitely thicker paper. It was a bit shiny to start. I actually was quite surprised at how well this turned out. These pages are always so hard, but I thought it was kind of cool. Had a bit of a yellow. Actually, it wasn't as yellow when I started. The hand lotion I used, I think, yellowed it a bit, so that was cool. And then this was a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, butterflies. It's got a slight tear in it, so I was getting better because, let me see if I can grab one of the first ones I did. I kind of went a little crazy. So, unfortunately, I got better as I went with these. So let me show you how I did them. Let me get this out of the way, and we're gonna go. So let's start with a smaller piece here. Okay, so this is just a regular thinner cardstock. Not cardstock. Yeah, cardstock, scrapbook paper. Sorry, scrapbook paper. That it was 12 by 12, and I cut it down. So what we use in there is, like I said, lotion. Now you can get lotion from the dollar store, pretty inexpensive. But what I did is I raided my under my sink in the bathroom, and I've got all these lotions, gifts over the years from kids, husband, you know, doesn't know what to buy me. But the bonus is I found this, it was sitting in there, and I'm like, how cool is this? I can tell it's been in there a while. It's got some dust. The basket was sewn by a friend of mine, fabric and some stand-up stabilizer stuff, so I thought that was pretty cool. I'd probably use this for garbage scraps after I'm done. So let's see. You can tell I like used this one's pretty full. Maybe I'll start with that one. Okay. All right. Oops. I took my rings off because I didn't want oil all over the place. So what you do is you take lotion. I guess a dollar store will work too. I hear glycerin is a good thing to make sure it's in there. And this, I noticed all these, water was the first ingredient and glycerin was the second. I am shaking it because, like I said, it's been sitting under my sink for a while now, so they're pretty watery. I don't think these were normally as watery. They still smell really good though. Okay. All right, so whatever lotion you use, you're gonna, this is really watery. You might want to pick a different one. You're gonna take some lotion and spread it out onto the paper you want to do. Now don't worry about the mat. It didn't seem to ruin it at all. I'm going to grab a different one. I'm going to flip it over, and we're just going to swoosh it out. Now I did notice as I was doing it that the parts that got the least soft first. We're actually the edges. I want to kind of make sure I get my edges good in here. The center didn't seem to have a problem. You can see it's kind of lightening. It is absorbing the lotion. All right, so this is the part where you want to take gently, go and squish it. And that's where I started. When I started doing this, I think I had the problem is I was really just kind of squishing it. All right, so after you've squished it once, you want to open it up. Just flatten it out and then squish it again. Now I notice you can kind of feel, it's kind of hard to describe, got lotion between my fingers, as it's softening, because you don't got those hard, sharp edges as much. It starts to feel more like a fabric. Oh. And I just, if there was any spot that seemed a little kind of crunchy, I would come back and throw a little bit lotion on that. And like I said, it tended to be the ends that didn't take the lotion first. So, okay. I got it a little bit better now. Okay. Now you kind of got to know when to say when. And now it is soft and smells like a beautiful day. Okay, well that turned out pretty good. A little hole right there. That's not too bad. I can live with that. Easily to cover it up. All right, I like it. Okay. All right, so there's that one. You can see my mat, really there's nothing on there. I will clean it after we're done just in case there is some, but I think it's kind of softening up my old mat. All right, so that was a cardstock one. So we're gonna venture into, this is a digital. I'm gonna do this one next because I don't want to necessarily ruin this one, but I want to soften that one up for sure. So let's see if I can get. All right, so we're gonna start with the edges and work our way. Like finger painting almost. All right, let's get some on this side. Boy, you can really definitely see that where that has softened up. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Okay. I have a feeling this one's gonna rip. I'm putting it out there now, but we'll see. So how is your day going? Mine's interesting. It's my day of soft hands, it appears. Buff them into the nail beds. Okay, well, oh, did I just rip that? Gentle, Lisa, gentle? No, I didn't. Okay. Well, that's not too bad then. All right. Well, that could be fun. Kind of looks a little bit more weathered, like an old book page. Cool. Yeah, that could be fun when it all dries to have inside of a book, right? Okay. All right, we're gonna put it on the side to let it dry. Those first ones I did that I showed you didn't take very long to dry at all, so. All right, so I have this one. This is a cutoff from a thicker heavier piece of cardstock or scrapbook paper. I'm going to see if this works, because this actually is a nice tone for that. Different size to go in that book, and I think I might like it. So let's see what we can do with this, because it is thicker. But that butterfly one I did, the 12 by 12 was thicker to start, and that worked. So all right, let's get a little bit on the back here. And you can see why dollar store lotion is probably a good idea, because you're kind of probably going to go through a whole bucket of it while you're doing these. But like I said, these are lotions I've had sitting underneath my counter for years that I never used. So they were either destined for the landfill, which is not good, or sit under there until the day I'm done. Or I move, and I'm like, do I have to move these? Yeah. No. Plus, they smell good. Okay. Well, this seems to be coming out nice. I'm gonna put a little bit more on there. I did notice that you can kind of go overboard with it, so like I said, the first few that I started with were disasters. I probably should have showed them on the screen, but I just couldn't. I had to start the video all over again after I practiced longer. That's the problem I seem to have, is I like to do things straight on the video so everyone can see what the problem is. My fingers turning pink, or are they just pinking up because they're so lotioned? Seems like, I don't know. I don't think it's running, but okay, one more squish. Get these ends, and I think we'll be good on this one. Got some lotion between the fingers. Okay. Yeah, I think that worked pretty good. So seems like that's a little thicker scrapbook paper that's kind of cardstocky is a good weight to do for this process. Or I'm just getting better. I'm not sure, but I like that. That is going to be fun in this book. Okay, put this to the side to dry. All right, so I think, let's see, I've done a bunch of yellows. I think I need to do a green. This is another one of the scrapbook papers I have that I cut from 12 by 12. So they are 8.5 by 11. So a little thicker, you can hear it, but as they, like I said, you can hear it. I think those are the ones that are a little better. And if you can kind of hear the paper, they'll stand up a little bit better. Let's see that it's leaking through, lightening up, so I'm getting the lotion all over. Okay, and a gentle crunch. Kind of therapeutic, you know? Probably if I wasn't videotaping this for you, I'd have a movie on or a YouTube video. And just go to town. I keep forgetting, like after my first squish, to open it up and re-flatten it. Just kind of spread the, if there's anything a little thicker, kind of spread that. You can also kind of feel if there's like a drier spot. It's kind of hard to explain how you feel that's a little bit drier. So if you try it yourself, you'll probably figure out what I'm talking about. So when you do it yourself, like I said, practice with a few sheets. Know that you are gonna decimate some sheets in the beginning, just because, yeah, these are turning out nice. These are definitely nice. Yeah, the first few I did definitely got holes in them. These are definitely working out a lot better. Still seem to have an issue with my edges a little bit. Okay. And after all is said and done, if I want to take a light, like a light distressing, I'm not, you know, and kind of knock it off and kind of highlight some of those bumps or grooves to make it a little bit more noticeable. That is another option to do with it for it also. But yeah, this is going to be fun. Yeah, I like it. I think that's still a little on the edge. I'm definitely having an edge issue. Okay, I think that should do this one. That should do it. Yeah, I like it. Okay. All right, so I think I'm going to speed this video up, run through a few more papers, or I think you got the idea maybe. All right, should I be brave enough to do this one? Should I cut the whites off? I don't think I'm gonna cut the white off. I'm gonna wait, because that's that edge too, so we're going in. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Okay. I mean, it's only digital, I can reprint it. I don't know why I'm so dramatic, but I really like it. It's so pretty. All right, starting to curl, so it must be getting saturated. Oops. Oops. Okay. Okay. Seems to me that this ink is running. I'm getting blue. Okay. Well, we're gonna try it anyway. I just printed it today, so I probably should have waited a little longer for it to dry. Because that first one I did, that had the book, looked like a book page, that was a printable I did a long time ago, but I printed it, but it had time to set. This one, just printed it today. No. But it doesn't seem like it's totally getting rid of the colors. It just seems like it is actually dyeing, besides my hands, the outside of the paper, which is kind of cool, leaving a different kind of border there. So I'm fine with that. And maybe this will have like a tie-dye effect in the back when it's done, like I tea-dyed it blue. This is my hope, since my hands are blue. All right, I think I just ripped that on the edge. No. Okay. All right. So, a little ripped on the edge, but that's okay. Hold it over. So, lesson for future MOMIGAMI paper. You can use digitals on straight 20-pound copy paper. It's not even thicker copy paper. This is I put it on the crummier copy paper. You can do it. Just let it sit for a while before you go and use it. Hopefully this ink is going to come right off because I had such a layer of lotion on my hands. Yeah, it's mostly coming off with a wet wipe, so I'm sure a little soap and water is going to come right off. But all right, with that being said, I think I'm going to call this video done because I don't want to take the next paper to work on with my blue ink for that. So, well, hopefully this is something you find interesting and would like to try. I definitely like how it's turned out. These are some fun papers to do. I mean, these are going to be cool in a book, just right there. I mean, those are just beautiful. And that, they seem to have, like, I don't know, enriched the paper. I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah, fun stuff. I like it. So, okay. Well, I'm going to call this video done. And with that, if you enjoyed this video, a thumbs up would be great. If you thought this was funny, a thumbs up would be good too. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and would like to see future videos, see what other trouble I get myself into, please hit the subscribe button. And as usual, thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful and a creative day. Bye now.